Hi guys, my name is Claire and I just wanted to welcome you to my fourth book critique. So let's just get started. My first book, I picked The Glorious Flight Across the Channel with Louis Blair Rote. And so this is just about a great historical book for children. It's about Louis and his one dream or his wish to build a flying machine. Him and his family saw something fly over the sky in their hometown, and he wanted to fly something as well. So this is just a journey about how Louis Blair Rote became the first ever person to fly over the English Channel in his very own flying machine. And so the second book I chose is called Blueberries for Sal, and this is just about a mother and her daughter Sal picking blueberries to store for winter on Blueberry Hill. And so it's also a story about a mama bear and little bear picking blueberries to eat for winter too. And so Sal and little bear both get lost and they end up following the wrong mama. And so this story journeys through the adventure of Sal and the little bear finding their right mamas. So the third book I chose is called The Tale of Peter Rabbit. And this starts out with Mrs. Rabbit going to the woods to the baker's, and before she leaves, she warns Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter not to go to Mr. McGregor's garden. So Peter, being the rebellious rabbit that he is, goes to Mr. McGregor's garden, eats lettuce, beans, radishes, and then sure enough, Mr. McGregor found him. And so this is a story about Peter and his journey to escape and find his way out of the garden to home. So the fourth book I chose is called The Lion and the Mouse, and this is a wordless picture book. Has a great meaning, message behind it for the little children. But this is about a lion almost eating a mouse, and then the mouse escapes. But then the mouse sees the lion, gets trapped in a net, and so the mouse goes to rescue the lion by kind of like nibbling and cutting the net to allow the lion to escape. So this is kind of just a great lesson of being kind and kind of going along with the whole love your enemies and love those who hurt you kind of thing. So my featured text is called There is an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. And I love this book, let me tell you. It's such a funny story. It's about an old lady who keeps swallowing different things and everyone wondering if she was going to die because she had so many different things in her stomach. So this is great illustrations, and I think it definitely would captivate the little kiddos. But at the end, the old lady ends up swallowing like a fly, a spider, a bird, a cat, a dog, a cow, and then a horse. I think that was funny. So my first lesson plan is the Preschool English Language Arts lesson plan. So while reading the story, I want to assess the students' knowledge by asking them questions such as like, why did the old lady eat the fly? What do you think she'll eat next? And then after reading the story, I want to give the students a chance to name one thing that the old lady ate in the story. And then I also wanted to play the song that goes along with it. Let me go ahead and play you a little snippet of it.
Cat to catch the bird, she swallowed the bird. To catch the spider that wriggled and jiggled and tickled inside her. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly, but I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die.
So that was a little snippet of it. I definitely want to show them that. And then after each student, and then I want to have them do a craft. So the craft includes cutting out pictures from the story and then gluing them on the old lady's stomach. And then after students finish this craft, they are to write their name on the back, and the teacher and I will display them and hang them up in the classroom. So let me go ahead and show you what. So this is the old lady, and then these are the cutouts that I would like them to have on. So then it's kind of gonna look like that, yeah. Okay, so then the second lesson plan would be first grade sequencing lesson. So it's kind of focusing on reading as well. So after the students will discuss their favorite part about the book, and then after students finish sharing, they will create their own version of There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. So for example, like they could do There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed like cheese, and then start naming a bunch of different ingredients in a sandwich kind of thing. And so the story must have 7 objects or things that the old lady swallows, just like in the actual book. And then after students create their story, they are to trade with a partner, and then they're going to practice sequencing their partner story. So what I mean by that is I used Explain Everything for this. And so this is kind of just like a little broad outlook. So these are kind of like sequencing. I have like first, second, third through seventh, and then these are all like the sequencing that happened in There's an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. So in their partner story, I want them to sequence their partner story and put them in order. And then once everyone has finished sequencing their partner story, they are to return their story to their partner and then share with the class some of their versions of There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly, which I definitely think would be entertaining. And then, yeah, there are my sources, and I hope you guys enjoyed.